Hello friends and my dear students, I hope you're all well and your studies are also going on well. In this video, I will complete the remaining problems of exercise 11A that I started in the previous part 1 video on the chapter of profit and loss. I could not complete all the problems from exercise 11A in the previous video, so I will complete the rest of the problems in this video. If you have not watched the part 1 video of this chapter profit and loss, then I highly suggest that you watch that video first, and then you can solve or try to solve your the problems from exercise 11A, and if you are stuck, then you can see the solution from this video. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Mathematics for class 7 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. And once again, if you are not yet subscribed, and if you are new to my channel, and if my videos are beneficial to you, then I highly suggest and request that you subscribe to my channel, support me, and also do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's start this video. Okay, so I have the problems from the exercise 11A. So I will solve the remaining the problems from 15 to 22. There are 22 questions. So I will start from in the previous video I completed the first 14 problems. So I will now in this video I will start from the problem number 15. Problem number 15 says that Sandeep sold a television at a loss of 8%. If he had sold it for rupees 336 more, he would have gained 6%. For how much did Sandeep buy it? Okay, this problem is very similar to problem number 14, which I solved in the previous video. So I won't solve this problem because it is I am skipping this problem because it is similar to problem 14. If you can solve the problem number 14, then you should be able to solve the problem number 15. So similar problems I will skip because it makes no sense to do same kind of problems repeatedly. Okay, problem number 16. Problem number 16 says Pankaj sells 2 cycles for rupees 2376 each. On one he gains 10% and on the other he loses 10%. Find his gain or loss percent. Okay, Pankaj sells 2 cycles for rupees 2376 each. Okay, so the selling price of the 2 cycles both are 2376, and it is given that on one he gains 10%. Let's say the cost price of first cycle be rupees X. Pankaj sells 2 cycles for rupees each. On one he gains. So since it is given that by selling each of the cycles at the same price, for one cycle he has gained, Pankaj has gained 10%, and for the other cycle he has lost 10%. This definitely means that the cost price of the 2 cycles are different. And the problem is asking that find his gain or loss percent, his net gain or his net percent of gain or loss. Okay, so let's say we can cost price. Let's say cost price of the cycle that was sold for 10% gain, that was sold for gain of 10% cost price of the cycle that was sold for gain of 10% be X. If this is so, this implies that the selling price should be the cost price. We are assuming that the cost price of the cycle that was sold for a gain of 10% be X. So this implies the selling price of cycle sold with 10% gain should be equal to 100 plus 10% of X. This is 110% of X. This is 110 X by 100. This is equal to 11X by 10. This implies, since both the cycles were sold for 2376, we can say that this 11X by 10 should be equal to 237X. This implies that X equals 2376 multiplied by 10 divided by 11. Now I think 11 should divide 23. This is 2, 22, 1, 1 and 6. So this is 2160. So the cost price of the cycle that was sold for a gain of 10% is rupees 2160. Similarly, we can find the cost price of the cycle that was sold with a loss of 10%. So let cost price of the cycle that was sold with loss of 10% be X. Not X, we have already assumed X for the first case, for the first cycle. Now the loss was 10%. The loss was also 10%. Now this implies the selling price of cycle that was sold for 10% loss should be equal to 100 minus 10%, because 10% loss meaning the selling price should be 10% less than the cost price. So this is 100 minus 10% of Y, because Y we have assumed to be the cost price of the cycle that was sold with 10% loss. Now this is 90% of Y. This equals 9Y by 10, because 90% of Y means 90 by 100 into Y, which is equal to 9Y by 10. Now this implies this 9Y by 10 should also be equal to the selling price. The Pankaj sold the two cycles both at the same price, 2376. So this implies Y equals 2376 into 10 divided by 9. So this is rupees 218 5 654,340. 2640 is the cost price of the cycle that was sold for 10% loss. So this implies, now this implies the total cost price of two cycles is equal to rupees 2160 plus rupees 2640. This equals rupees 0 0 10 8 and 4. 4800 is the cost price of the two cycles, and the selling price of two cycles will be equal to rupees 2376 multiplied by 2, because both the cycles were sold for 2376. This is equal to 12, 15, 7, 4, 4752. So we clearly see that there is a loss because the cost price of the two cycles is 4800 and the selling price is 4752. So net loss equals to net loss equals to rupees 4800 minus rupees 4752. This equal to 8, 10, 6, 4 rupees 48. So rupees 48 was the net loss. Therefore, percentage of net loss. So this net loss is based on the total cost price, which is rupees 4800. Therefore, we have to now find what is the percentage of these rupees 48, which is the net loss based on rupees 4800. So percentage of net loss will be 48 divided by 4800 multiplied by 100. This is 0 cancels, 48 1. So this is 1%. So there was a net loss of 1%. Net loss of 1%. Okay. Let's do question number 17. It says, on selling an exhaust fan for rupees 7350, a man gains 1/6 of its cost price. Find the cost price of the fan. So let the cost price of fan be rupees X. Now, on selling an exhaust fan for rupees 7350, so selling price is given to be 7350, and it is also given a man gains 1/6 of its cost price. 1/6 of the cost price is the gain. So gain is 1/6 of CP. This is equal to 1/6 of rupees X. This is equal to rupees X by 6. This is the gain. So now if this is the gain, on selling an exhaust fan for rupees 7350, a man gains 1/6 of its cost price. Now we know the cost price is X and the gain is X by 6. So we can say that the selling price will be cost price plus gain. So X plus X by 6 should be equal to 7350. The selling price is given to be rupees 7350, and also the cost price we have assumed to be X, and we have found the gain to be X by 6. So selling price is obviously, if there is a gain, the selling price will be cost price plus gain. So this implies, if we simplify the left hand side, X plus X by 6 is 7X by 6 equals 7350. So this implies X equals 7350 into 6 divided by 7. So I think 7 will divide 735. Let's see, 1050. So this is 1050 into 6, that is 0036. So X, the cost price of the fan, is rupees 6300. Okay, let's do question number 18. It says that Mohit sold a watch to Karim at a gain of 10% and Karim sold it to Rahim at a gain of 4%. If Rahim pays rupees 14,300 for it, for how much did Mohit purchase it? Okay, so now the scenario is like Mohit sold the watch to Karim with a gain of 10% gain, with a gain of 10%, and Karim sold to Rahim, Karim sold the watch to Rahim at a gain of 4%, at a gain of 4%. So gain of 4%. Now Rahim pays, and Mohit, for how much did Mohit purchase it? So let cost price of a watch, that is the price at which Mohit purchased it, cost price of watch be rupees X. Now this implies selling price of watch by Mohit will be equal to, since Mohit sold the watch at 10% gain, the price at which Mohit sold the watch should be 100 plus 10% of the cost price of the watch at which Mohit purchased it, which is rupees X we have assumed. So this is equal to 110% of rupees X. This equals 110x, 110x by 100 rupees this. So this equals rupees 11x by 10. So this is the price, rupees 11x by 10, at which Karim also purchased it. Now Karim sold the watch to Rahim at 4% gain. Therefore, selling price of a watch by Karim should be equal to, since Karim sold the watch to Rahim with a 4% gain, so the selling price of the watch by Karim should be 100 plus 4% of the cost price of Karim, and the cost price of Karim is rupees 11x by 10, which is also the selling price of Mohit. So this is equal to 104% of rupees 11x by 10. This is equals to 104 divided by 100 multiplied by rupees 11x by 6. This is equal to rupees 104 into 11x divided by 600. Okay, so selling price of Karim we have found to be this, rupees 104 into 11x by 100. This is also the purchase price or the cost price for Rahim. So now we can say, and the cost price of Rahim is given. It says that Rahim pays rupees 14,300 for it. So now we can say that 104 into 11x divided by 600 is equal to 14300. Now if we solve for x, we get x equals 14300 into 600 divided by 104 into 11. Okay, 11 divides 14300 with 1300, and 52. Uh, mm, 4 divides 104. No, 8 will 8 divide 104? Yes, it will divide. It will 8 divide 600. Yes, so 8 divides 104 with 13. 8 divides 600 with uh, 7, 56, 5. Now, okay, 13 divides 1300 with 100. So this is equals rupees 7500. So X is 7 rupees 7500, and for how much did Mohit purchase it? So that is what we have considered. The cost price of watch to be rupees X, which is the cost price, which is the price at which Mohit purchased it, and X is rupees 7500. 10%. 10% of 00. 11 divides 14300, 1300. Okay, and 13 divided 1500. Okay, so 7500 is the cost price at which Mohit purchased it. Okay, let's do problem number 19. I might be doing some calculation mistake, so my answer may be wrong, but I'm not really focusing in any kind of calculation mistake. Please concentrate on the concept that I'm applying to solve the problem. That is more important. Question number 19 says, if the manufacturer gains 10%, the wholesale dealer 15% and the retailer 25%, then what is the production cost of a washing machine whose retail price is 37950? So the scenario given is that manufacturer, okay, so production cost, okay, so manufacturer sells the washing machine to wholesale dealer, and wholesale dealer sells the machine to retailer. Now the manufacturer, when he sells the whole machine to wholesale dealer, there is a gain. He gains 10%, and when the wholesale dealer sells the machine to retailer, he gains 15%, and the retailer 25%. Then what is the production cost of a washing machine whose retail price is, okay, so now the retailer also sells, let's say to customer with a gain of 25%. Now the price at which the customer is purchasing finally the wholesale machine is the retail price. Okay, so now, and the price at which manufacturer, the cost of the producing the washing machine for manufacturer is being termed as the production cost. So it is asking then what is the production cost of the washing machine. Okay, so let production cost be, I'm ignoring the rupees, I'm ignoring the symbol, let be X. This is understood that it is rupees X. Let production cost be X. This implies, let's abbreviate the manufacturer and let manufacturer, M denotes the manufacturer, let's say W wholesale dealer W, and say R retailer and say customer B C. So we can say SP of manufacturer, SP of M, I mean the selling price, the price at which the manufacturer is selling the washing machine. This should be equal to, since manufacturer is gaining 10%, this should be equal to 100 plus 10% of each of the cost price of manufacturer. That is the price at which manufacturer, the price of the production cost. So that is the cost price of manufacturer is of X. Since we have assumed the production cost to be X, this is 110%. 110% of X. This is 110 by 100 into X. This is 11X by 10. Okay. So this is the price. 11X by 10 is the price which is being sold to wholesale dealer. Now, or 11X is the cost. 11X by 10 is also the cost price of wholesale dealer. So this implies cost price for wholesale dealer is equal to 11X by 10. Now, since the wholesale dealer is also gaining, when he is selling the machine, he is also gaining 15%. When he is selling the machine to the retailer, he is gaining 15%. So we can say sale price of the wholesale dealer is equal to 100 plus 15% of what? 15% of the cost price of for wholesale dealer, meaning the price at which the wholesale dealer purchased the washing machine, which is 11X by 10. This is equal to 100 and 15% of 11X by 10. This is 115 divided by 100 into 11X by 10. Okay, this is the selling price. This is the price at which wholesale dealer sold the machine to retailer. Now this expression, this is also the cost price of the retailer, that is the price at which the retailer purchased the washing machine from wholesale dealer. Now the retailer is also selling the product with a gain of 25%. So this means sale price of the retailer will be equal to 100 plus 25% of the cost price of retailer, which is the selling price of wholesale dealer, which is 115 into 11X by 1000. This is equal to 125%, which is 125 by 100 into 115 into 11X divided by 1000. So this is finally the price at which the customer is buying from the retailer, or this is the retail price. So we can say, we can equate this to the given retail price, which is 37950. So from here we solve X. This is 37950 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 1000 divided by 125 multiplied by 115 multiplied by 11. We have to solve this. I guess 11 will divide 115 125 125. Okay, so 125, if you divide 125 with 25 we have 5, and if you divide 1000 with 25 we have 40. Now this divides with 8. Okay, and let's see if how much is let's see if 11 divides 3795 or not. 3, 33, 49, 4, 44, 55 and 5. So 0. So 11 will divide 37950 with 3450, and I guess 115 will divide 345 3. Okay, so this is 3, so 30. So this becomes 30 into 10 into 8, which is 240 into 10, which is 2400. 2400. So this is what was this cost price of? No, this cannot be this small. 240 11 divides 37950 with 11 divides 3450 0. Okay, and 115 divides 3450 with 30. How can this be so small? 2400. It should be 24000. I'm missing 10. 100. Oh, sorry. This was 125 by 100, and when I solved for x, this will not be 10 but 100. This is 100. So this is 2400. Now this is fine. So the production cost is rupees 24,000. Okay. Let's do question number 20. This was 19, I guess. Okay. Now question number 20 says that Mr. Mehta purchased a video for rupees 20,000 and a television for rupees 30,000. On the video he lost 5%, and on the television he gained 8%. Find his total gain or loss. Find his total gain or loss percent. Okay. So Mr. Mehta purchased a video for rupees 20,000 and a television for okay, so it is given that selling price of purchased a video for and no, cost price is given that cost price of video, I am denoting with V, cost price of video is given to be 20,000, and also the cost price of a television is given to be 30,000, and it is said that on the video he lost 5%. On the video he lost 5%. Mr. Mehta purchased a video for this and this. On the video he lost 5%, and on the television he gained 8%. Find his total gain or loss percent. Okay, so total cost price will be, total cost price is the total price at which the Mehta purchased both the video and the television is equal to rupees 20,000 plus rupees 30,000. This is equal to rupees 50,000 is the total cost price. Now it is said that Mr. Mehta purchased a video for, on the video he on the video he lost 5%. On the video he lost 5%. This question doesn't seem to be right to me, because without selling, without gain or loss is always related to selling a product. When you sell a product, then only you either gain or loss. But when you purchase a product, how can there be any loss or gain? Until and unless you are selling it. So I'm not really getting the idea of this problem. Mr. Mehta purchased the video and the television for this and this amount, but he is not selling it. And it says that on the video he lost 5%, and on the television he gained 8%. Maybe he sold it is not mentioned in the problem, but maybe he sold the video and the television, and while selling it on the video he lost 5%, and on the television he gained 8%. It is not mentioned that he sold these two items. Let's consider that he sold the video and the television with a loss of 5% and a gain of 8% respectively. Okay, so now, so the total cost price, okay, so selling price of video, since Mr. Mehta made Mr. Mehta lost 5% on the video, we can say that selling price of the video was 100 minus 5% of the cost price of the video, that is 20,000, and this is equal to 95% of rupees 20,000. This is 95 by 100 multiplied by 20,000. This much rupees is the selling price of the video. And since for the television Mr. Mehta made a gain of 8%, you can say that the television of the selling price of the television should be 100 plus 8% of the cost price of the television, which is rupees 30,000. Well, instead of finding the selling price of the video and the television, we can also just find the gain and the loss. Gain on the television, gain on the video, and the loss, not gain. In the video, Mr. Mehta lost. Okay, so we can only consider the loss made on the video and the gain made on the television, and from that we can relatively find the net gain or loss. Okay, so instead of finding, I will scratch it for the moment. Let's say, so since Mr. Mehta lost on the video, loss of video is equal to, the loss is given as, on the video he lost 5%. 5% of the cost price of the video, that is rupees 20,000. This is 5 by 100 into rupees 20,000, and this is equal to, this is 20 and 20, so this should be rupees 10,000, sorry, 1,000. So a loss of rupees 1000 was made on the television. Okay, and gain made. What is the gain on the television? Gain of television is given to be 8%. So this is 8% of the cost price of television, which is 30,000. 30,000. This is equal to 8 by 100 multiplied by rupees 30,000. This is equal to 20 cancels out, rupees 2400. So the gain on the television is rupees 2400 and the loss on the video is rupees 1000. So therefore we can see that there is a net gain. There is a net gain because on the television he gained rupees 2400 and on the video he lost rupees 1000. So therefore the net gain is rupees 2400 minus rupees 1000. This is equal to rupees 1400 is the net gain, and so now we have to find what is the percentage of this net gain on the based on the total cost price, and the cost price was rupees 50,000. Therefore this implies net gain percentage is equal to gain divided by total cost price of the video and the television multiplied by 100, this percentage. The gain is we have found to be 1400 and the total cost price was 50,000 and this is 100, this much percentage. This equals 20 cancels from here, another 20 cancels from here, 14 by 5, 14 by 5 percentage. This equals 2.8 percentage. 2.8 percentage is the net gain. Okay, let's do question number 21. It says by selling 36 oranges a vendor suffers a loss equal to the selling price of 4 oranges. Find his by selling 36 oranges a vendor suffers a loss equal to the selling price of 4 oranges. Okay, find his loss percentage. Find his loss percentage. Okay, even the hint is given, I'm not looking at the hint, just following the basic fundamental concepts of selling price, cost price, loss and gain. Let's apply those concepts. So let's say it is given that he sold 36 oranges. There must be some cost price of single orange, and then there must be a selling price of a single orange. Now on selling 36 oranges, a vendor suffers a loss. Loss means CP minus SP is equal to the selling price of 4 oranges. Okay, so let's assume CP of 1 orange be X, and let's assume selling price of 1 orange be Y. Okay, now this implies total SP should be equal to the vendor sold 36 oranges, and if he sold each orange for Y, that's what we have assumed, the total SP will be 36 Y, and total cost price of the 36 oranges should be 36 X. Okay, now therefore total loss, since it is talking about loss, total loss should be equal to total CP minus total SP. Total means total SCP means the cost price of 36 oranges, and total SP means the total selling price of 36 oranges. Now total CP is 36 Y and total SP is 36X. This is 36 into Y minus X. Now it is also given, it is said that the vendor suffers a loss equal to the selling price of 4 oranges. Now this should be so this implies that 36 Y minus X is the total loss that we have calculated. This should be equal to the selling price of 4 oranges, because it is said that total loss is equal to selling price of 4 oranges. Now selling price of 4 oranges is 4Y, because selling price of 1 orange we have assumed to be Y. So selling price of 4 oranges is 4Y. This is what we get. Now this implies that if we open the brackets on the left hand side, we get 36Y minus, okay, let's do one thing, let's cancel 4 with 9. So this implies, we can do this, this implies 9 into Y minus X equals Y. This implies 9Y minus X equals Y. So this implies 8Y equals X. So we got this relation between Y and X, that is the cost price and the selling price of 1 orange. We got this relation. Now it is asking find his total loss percent. Now find his total loss percent. So total loss is, what is the total loss? Total loss is obviously what is the total loss? Total loss is obviously 4Y, because it is said that a vendor suffers a loss equal to selling price of 4 oranges, which is 4Y. This is the total loss. Now we have to find the percentage of this total loss based on the total cost price. So the loss or gain, loss percent or gain percent is always based on the cost price. So now we have to find, now total loss is this. Now the question is, what percent is 4Y of the total cost price, which is 36X. The total cost price we have found earlier to be 36X, where we have assumed X to be the cost price of 1 orange. So this is, we have to find what is the percentage of 4Y of 36X. This is equal to 4Y divided by 36X multiplied by 100. Now this is equal to Y by X if we separate out, and this is equal to 400 by 36. Now this is equal to, if we substitute X as 8Y in this expression, we get Y into 400, and if we substitute X as 8Y, we get 8Y into 36. So Y cancels out. Now this is 400, 4, 9. And 4, 2 and 425. So this is 25 by 18 percentage. Now this equal to 7 by 18, 7 by 18 percentage. This is the net, this is the percentage of total loss. Okay, let's do question number 22, which is the last problem. It says that by selling 8 dozen pencils, a shopkeeper gains the selling price of 1 dozen pencils. Find his gain percent. Even though this problem is similar to 21, but I think this question 21 and 22 is really tricky not tricky. It will require a bit of thinking, but if you are confident about the fundamental concepts of profit, loss, selling price, cost price, then you should be able to do it. So I am doing it. It says that by selling 8 dozen pencils, a shopkeeper gains the selling price of 1 dozen pencils. Find his gain percent. So the procedure will be same. Let's assume cost price of one pencil B X. Also let's assume selling price of one pencil B Y. This implies total cost price. A dozen of pencils were sold, so total cost price is 12x, and total selling price should be 12y, based on the fact that we have assumed x to be the cost price of one pencil and y to be the selling price of one pencil. Now it is also given that so this implies, if we know CP and SP, we can say that total loss, total gain, since it is talking about it is talking about gain by selling 8 dozen pencils. A shopkeeper gains the selling price of 1 dozen. Sorry. So total CP must be 8 dozen. So this should be 8 into 12. Now by selling 8 dozen prices. Now we can also consider the unit as dozen, and we can consider we may not multiply. We may not consider that the selling price of 8 dozen means 12 into 8, 96 pencils, because I think let's say I am 8 dozen pencils. Okay, let's do it straightforward way. So 8 into 12 x, this is 96x, and this one, the selling price, since the selling price is 96y. So total gain, since the shopkeeper made some gain, the total gain should be SP minus CP. SP minus CP. This is equal to, not actually SP minus CP, but total SP minus total CP. Total means considering 8 dozen pencils, that is 96 pencils. So this is total SP is 96y minus 96x. So this is 96 into y minus x. Now also it is given that the shopkeeper gains the selling price of 1 dozen pencils. So this implies 96 y minus x should be equal to the selling price of 12 pencils, that is 12y. Y is the selling price of one pencil that we have assumed. So we get this. Now this implies if we cancel 96 with 8, we get 8 into y minus x equals y. This implies 8y minus 8x equals y. This implies 8y minus y equals 8x. This implies 7y equals 8x. This implies y equals 8 by 7x. We will use this relation later. Okay, so we got y equals to 8x by 7. Now it is saying the find his gain percent. By find his gain percent mean find his total gain percent. So now total gain is total gain is, we know that total gain is one cost of selling price of 1 dozen pencil, which is 12y total gain. So now we have to find what is the percentage of this gain, that is 12y. What percentage is 12y on based on the total cost price, and the total cost price is 96x. So it is asking what is the percent, what is the gain percent, means the gain total gain percent of for the 96 pencils. So we have the total gain for 96 pencils is 12y. So we have to now ask the question, what percent is 12y of 12y is the total gain of the total cost price of 96 pencils is 96x. So this is equal to 12y divided by 96x multiplied by 100 percentage. Now this is equal to, if we factor out the y by x, this is 12 into 100 divided by 96, this much percentage. Now y we know is equal to 8x by 7, so we have 8x by 7 divided by x multiplied by 12 into 100 divided by 96. Now from here x cancels out and we are left with 8 into 12 into 100 divided by 7 into 96, this much percentage. This equals 12, 8 cancels 96, so this is 100 by 7 percentage. This equals 1, 4, 14 and 2 by 7 percentage is the total gain. Okay, so I am not sure of the of my answers whether they are correct or not. I might be doing some calculation mistake. I am not focusing in my calculation mistakes. So please focus in the application of the concepts of percentages and the selling price, cost price, gain, loss, gain percent, loss percent, how I am applying the concepts to solve the problem. That is more important. So this brings to an end of solving the exercise 11A on the chapter of profit and loss. In the next video, I will solve the MCQ. I think there is an MCQ, and let me check if there is a test paper or not. If there is a test paper, then after the MCQ, I will solve the test paper, and after the test paper, I will also prepare 2 test papers of my own, that is test paper 1 and 2, as I usually do for all chapters. That will give a pretty good coverage and practice of your understanding on the concepts of profit and loss. So please stay tuned for the next video where I will solve the MCQ, and I hope this video was beneficial to you, and if it is so, then please like it, share it with your friends, and please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So until the next video, take care and bye.